Welcome back to another episode of the LTS. Today we're going to be discussing whether the quality of the competition in EPL has deteriorated over the years. Joined here with the boys. Let them introduce themselves.
Katopo, one of the few Arsenal guys here.
Kevin up again. Back again. Yeah.
So man, guys, I would like to get your opinions on this one because, me personally, I think the quality hasn't deteriorated as much as guys may say it has. But I would like to hear your takes on this.
I think I can take a start.
Mm.
I think that narrative has just come up because I don't know if this is rage bait or something, but it might have just come up because Arsenal is on course. All likely, there's a high likelihood of Arsenal winning the league, and so everyone is trying to explain how has Arsenal won the league this time, or how are they taking on the league. But I think the quality has actually upped in the Premier League. The lower teams are playing better. I mean, there's a lot of information going around. Coaches, managers, clubs have information to what works, what kind of structures are best for a game. You know, it's so easy to understand the game now. So it's now more about quality of players, but quality of the game, of the competition is actually going up because over I think the past 3 years, for example, open play XG has been going down. So teams are more compact in their defending. Teams are coming up with better ways of exploiting margins. We've seen the throw-in. There's that guy in is it Brentford? That guy whose throw-in is like a corner.
Yeah.
You know, now teams can maximize on those. They are looking.
Also mention yourselves.
Mention yourselves in the throw-in. No, but those are just margins. You know, guys are looking for margins because you come up against a Brentford. They have a 4-4-2 which is compact. When they are squeezing you up front, they are pressing you man to man. Very well executed press. Like, so you're going toe to toe with them, and you're like, now where do I find the margin? Do I have six plus CBs who I can throw into the box to, you know, take advantage of throw-ins, corners?
The likes of Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal was just
you guys can play like 4 CBs. If you're
Yeah,
starting lineup,
yeah.
every throw in, every corner.
No. It's just having a solid backline. But I think the quality has just improved. Now the bigger teams just have better quality players. But the quality of competition is going up. That's my opinion.
Okay. I think actually I do share part of his sentiment in the sense that yes, the Prem quality and level of play has improved.
Yeah.
True. But and this could be kind of scathing, but if we had to go by the Champions League, which I would think we could all agree is the biggest stage minus the World Cup, then if the Premier League has improved, then all other squads in their various leagues have also leveled up. In the sense that we could see a stark difference in quality with bigger teams from France, from Spain, from Germany, when it came to them facing the Premier League. It's no longer the Premier League is the top dog now. I think the top teams in all other leagues have now met the Premier League at that level. It's now maybe the other teams in those leagues to level up. But as Premier League itself, then they have increased quite a bit. But
well, for me,
nothing significant.
I think, if we're talking about the quality of the competition, I mean, for sure it is still very competitive. If you look at like the relegation teams, guys are flexing. Heavier than ever. I mean, we have Spurs who shouldn't even be there. They're also now fighting for their lives.
Exactly.
I mean, top 4 is so hard to go. It's top 4 is so hard to get right now because guys are also competing in the middle. Where I feel guys are leaving us is the top teams are usually the top 2 teams usually break away from the rest of the pack quite early in the league, and it has become consistent for like over the last 4-5 years. So it's these 2 teams, either it's City or City and Arsenal, or Arsenal and City, or last season it was Arsenal and Liverpool. Obviously, eventually the second one eventually breaks off.
Yeah.
But it's always those top 2 that are ahead of everyone else. But in the top 4 fights, guys are flexing.
Yeah.
In like the relegation battle, guys are flexing. So in the middle, guys are flexing.
True.
I'll maybe say the quality of football, it may be deteriorating because like what the hell is this throw-ins, long throw-ins, corners, everything, and guys are now starting to blame that on how, because you go for EPL,
True.
You're defending corners, throw-ins for pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
Because Bournemouth will pull that same thing on you. Brentford will pull the same thing.
Legit.
I mean, like everyone is now on corners, set pieces.
Guys are looking.
That is why when it reaches the round of 16 of the Champions League, where you have to actually play proper transition ball.
Thank you.
I think how everyone was hooked because we're used to just we're used to defending corners, set pieces, like. Every other weekend we're defending set pieces.
Exactly
You see, every other weekend we're defending. When it comes time for a team to play a team like Baka who is going to hit you in the transition, like actually keeping the ball well. I mean, now the quality of football has sort of deteriorated. The competition is still very high, yes. Like what he said, guys are now looking for that extra, the fine details, that extra margin, like in the set pieces, in the long throw-ins. Like, I mean, in just people trying to over-explain set pieces just shows how tough the competition is.
Yeah.
But that has brought up now the quality of football deteriorating.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I feel like Champions League has always been like that. Champions League is more about the team with a better players. It's less structured. It's more about can you take your chances? Do you have lethal players? Because football is also about the players, right?
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
if you have Vinny, like you're not going to compare Vinny to like a Gittens, However good, like Vinny will do extraordinary stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the Champions League, those guys have the better quality players. Like me, in my opinion, it's that simple. They have better quality players. That's how PSG was able to. Because I actually I just got the highlights and it seemed like a balanced game, but eventually I feel like the quality of players just blew Chelsea out of the water. For example, on the PSG. So it's.
But that same Chelsea team beat PSG.
Exactly.
I beg your pardon?
That same Chelsea team pretty much beat that same PSG team in the Club World Cup.
In the Club World Cup. I think that was more of an Enzo Maresca. It was a tactical masterclass.
You could say that, yeah.
It wasn't. The guy just outsmarted the PSG guys. Yeah, but now we go to the Premier League. We don't have so many super. We have Haaland. Yeah. The likes of KDB left. The likes of now Salah is off.
But players you could say players are bound to age. Some new guys.
Some new guys, and they'll come up, but we have to agree. You can't compare, for example, the Newcastle players
could I
to
add
the
something
Newcastle
to your
players.
point right there, actually. You see, it's funny he says that in Champions League it's quality of players. Yet clearly, just not season back, his team beat Madrid with the Vinnies and the whole, and beat them convincingly, But what we see this season, to be honest, you can honestly see a stark difference. A big stark difference in playing soccer as a unit as compared to playing soccer to survive and get somewhere in your table.
But because set piece ball is survival ball. Let's first accept that. Set piece ball is survival ball.
You're looking for the margins. You're looking for those margins.
Like you say, you're looking for the margins.
Yeah, because everyone can do whatever you want to do. Like if you don't have better players, if your stars don't turn up against Brentford, as in Brentford is going to blow you away because they can do what you can do. They can press, they can defend in a low block, they have a mid block. Like they can do everything you can do at a very good level. So if your star players don't turn up, it's done. So you look for those margins.
Okay.
So me I still stand by. It's about players. Yeah. The quality of players. Maybe the quality of players has gone down.
I agree.
A bit.
May I agree with you? I don't think the quality of players has necessarily gone down a bit. May I agree with you in the margins thing? Now, in looking for those fine margins, it has affected the quality of football. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because everyone is now coming for set pieces.
Thank you.
I mean, There's a time Arsenal had like how many guys were own goals,
Yeah.
like own goals were
guys.
flying.
And that's
I have to-
running
I have
back
to-
again.
no,
Like,
like all credit to you. No,
Three
all
own
credit, no,
goals.
all
Three
credit,
own goals.
all credit to you guys.
Three
All
own
credit, no,
goals.
credit
That's
to
a
you
bomb,
guys
man. That's a
and set
bomb.
and having the
Yeah.
set pieces and all that thing. But like now teams turn up and they over try to prepare for set pieces. They end up scoring themselves even.
Exactly.
Like these guys
But
just have
you've
to
seen-
whip
you've
it
seen
in,
it happen.
and
Yeah.
it's just like ping pong inside.
You
It's a
guys,
goal, and you're
set
like,
pieces are a good thing. Cause okay, just going back down memory lane. Just I think it was Madrid Atletico, where Atletico had it was a Champions League final. What was it?
the Champions
1-0.
League final when Mamo scored like in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a set piece. Like you guys, let's not undermine that.
Yes, that was
importance
a
of
corner.
set
No,
piece.
But like,
but
you know,
when had we last seen long
You see,
throwing since
exactly,
Stoke,
exactly.
the Roy Dillard days? I mean,
You know?
his kid has even grown up and is now playing
What I
professional
wanted
football.
to say,
We had not seen it
is
since his
actually,
father was playing in the league. Now we're seeing throw-ins
Thank
again.
you. If you take time and realize, bro, right now in the Premier League, I'm not saying don't use a set piece as a chance to create
Yeah.
a scoring opportunity, but you can't use it as your gimmick to win the
and
game.
no one is
like
using it.
back
as a
it back
gimmick.
back out, like bruh.
If
You
if
get
open
kudos, but
if open play XG has gone down for everyone,
Yeah.
like generally everyone
Yeah.
in the league, like you have to find ways of
Indeed.
maximizing
indeed,
opportunities with the ball, because that just shows you, like if Pep Guardiola is also struggling to create,
yeah,
if these are guys who have hit 100 goals, if Arteta has also ever hit 100 goals in that, if those guys are struggling, okay.
Yeah.
Let me use maybe Liverpool. Like these are goal scorers. Like
True.
we've seen Liverpool hit 100 goals. We've seen Chelsea hit that. If
Liverpool
all
played
the-
beautiful soccer last season. though.
yeah, true.
Liverpool was more of a one-man.
Okay, it was
team.
Salah really
Yeah, it
leading.
was a Salah.
But the rest of the
Yeah.
team was playing well, man. We
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
deny
it was
that.
playing
The
decent.
Gravenberch guys.
It was playing
Yeah.
decent, but they had Salah to always bail them out of those tight games,
Yeah.
those hard games where, man, your set pieces have failed, your open play creativity has failed. Then you have one Salah
So-
guy to just score a world.
But they didn't need long
Isn't it
throws. That's
ironic?
what I'm saying,
Exactly.
man.
Isn't it ironic?
They
that you
play
say that?
beautiful
And
now
soccer.
that's the thing. Quality
Now for
of
Arsenal,
players. Yeah.
For Arsenal, instead of having a star player,
Yeah,
you have a star corner and a star throwing.
So we don't have
win
that
the game.
star player yet.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
We don't have that star player yet.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Like
Mm.
we do not have that one guy, because Eze has been trying to get into that kind of. You
True.
saw that.
Goal,
That
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's trying to get into his onto his feet and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, if you bang such goals, I'm going to keep
yeah
quiet.
Yeah.
But don't come on your ping pong
You guys,
corner
you
set
guys,
piece.
you
where-
guys.
But-
But let's not go into that Arsenal discussion. We are discussing the quality.
But
of the
anyway,
league.
back to the original discussion.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I really feel like the quality of the competition is still there.
Yeah.
But
it's still
though
a
at
very
the top,
competitive league.
At the top two teams are breaking off.
Always,
Usually that's a problem.
Yeah.
I would like to see more. I would like to see like a 3-horse race.
Yeah.
One time in the league.
Next season.
I would
I
like to
think,
see. But
United
then the thing
guys
is,
should
guys
have
try to
hope.
catch up. Then they end up like, let's just fight for top 4. Then there are all these teams fighting for top 4.
Yeah.
And like right now there are like 4 teams. I would like to see like that type of battle at the top.
Yeah.
The same kind of battle we're also seeing in the relegation
Yeah.
relegation spots. There are also like so many teams that could be relegated. There are
Yeah,
like 3-4
yeah.
teams.
Indeed.
But it's always these two teams breaking off, and maybe that's why guys may have that discussion with the quality of the competition deteriorating. But
Okay.
I think like overall in the league, maybe minus
It's still
it-
hot.
maybe minus like the top 2.
Yeah.
That whole thing of having the top 2 breaking off, maybe the quality of the competition isn't where you'd want
Up
it
to
to
there,
be.
yeah.
But man, if in the league in general, I think it's still very competitive.
Still hot.
But the quality of football, I have to say, is
Of
deteriorating,
players,
man.
quality of
the
players.
quality.
I don't
But
think
they're
it's
still
players.
very
It's
hot players.
players.
Let me tell you, there's
Yeah,
so
why I'm
many.
playing- why I'm
There's so
playing-
many good players that are coming
Yeah,
into the league
there's
these
so
days.
many
So many
players,
good players.
Because you guys even had that whole discussion on as Haaland picked. As in you guys, this is a whole.
Haaland, I don't think so, bro.
And this is a superstar,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
you can see even he is hitting that kind of ceiling with the league. All like the whole league is trying to catch up with.
Guys are learning.
With his,
yeah.
not learning, but the quality is just getting better. Like there's better defending, like
Better
there are
set pieces,
I
better
agree with you.
throwing.
Yeah,
I
so-
agree with
so-
both of you there, by the way. But me to my point though, is, however much, yes, the Prem seems to be developing a bit or even doing it just slightly better than all other leagues. When it comes down to it and we get the cream of the cream, we were just recently exposed. Horribly. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Horribly.
You guys.
And actually, if Arsenal doesn't continue, I know this was not an answer, but if Arsenal doesn't continue with the set pieces, then it will only expose the Prem more. That.
Me, my worry is that
That's what I would think.
if this set piece thing has worked for Arsenal, they're most probably going to do it again.
Exactly.
And again and again.
Yeah.
So we really need guys to step up
Guys
and
should
save
lock
football.
it, yeah.
Man,
Everyone, guys in
Guys should
Toronto,
lock it,
we
yeah.
need to save. I mean,
Liverpool had a West Ham
True,
game
man.
where they scored like 3 corners. Like it's working for everyone. Everyone is using
I mean,
it.
but
Like, even
would
top
you want
coaches
would you
are
want
using it.
would you want Trinity again when you okay for you maybe because you as
No,
guys
no,
have been
no,
winning
yeah.
because you've been
No.
winning, but like how do I tune into my game? Yes, I've watched 4-1. All of them are corners. I'm
Yeah.
like, man.
No.
Like, I want to see some long range
True.
goals, some nice
Some
play,
finesse,
some
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
some give and goes. What some nice
Yeah.
passage of play, man.
How
You know.
many in that league? How many guys are going to score worldies? And how many have been
Well-
scored? Like, okay, off the top of our heads, how many worldies have we seen in the league this season?
Mamush.
Mm-hmm.
But was it this season?
Yeah, that
Till
was
last
last
season.
season.
Till last
You
season.
can see
Yeah.
that. You can see that. Like,
Okay.
guys,
You could start
are-
from Rhys James's free kick against Newcastle.
Yeah.
yeah, free kicks are
Okay.
one offs. Say they are
So
there,
most
but-
slice free kicks, man.
So
Okay, yeah, suppose like that's
Yeah.
that's is
What
it
is?
but man, there are fewer and fewer.
Well, why do you think
What's our
there are fewer?
conclusion is going to be? Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
everyone
Is
is
adapting the long
yes.
plan set
No.
pieces.
Okay,
Like
bro.
those days you would blow West Ham away with their defensive structure being lousy.
Yeah.
Now they'll come and sit properly organized. Like everything is organized. There's no space. There are no guys playing in
Yeah.
between the lines. Like you're struggling to find space. And that's it. So you're not going to blow teams away. How
It's
many
amazing.
by the way, guys just for Arsenal, but I think Arsenal has some of the highest score lines this season. How many teams have blown away other teams? I think if I'm to think Arsenal has a 5-0 somewhere.
Yeah.
Does Man City have a 5+ game margin this
They
season?
haven't had one
Or
in a while.
Liverpool.
Okay, but
Didn't
FA
us
Cup
beat
when they
Leicester
beat that
City? I
team,
think
what
10.
10 what?
Yeah. it is still above.
I mean, yeah, but
So,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's still
Anyway.
English
Yeah.
quality, English what football. So
Anyway, but I think you have a point there on the
Yeah.
fine margins,
Exactly.
having to use throw-ins and set pieces.
Yeah.
But the trend is now killing the quality of
So,
football.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
then get better. That's why guys are buying Isak.
What I suggest,
Like
I think
guys are
let's,
going for superstars.
That's
think
why.
about, yeah.
That's why is that EFL Cup final should
Yeah.
give all of us some hope
Ah.
that we could go away from
But
this set piece
Let's
nonsense,
kick
man.
into the chat, man. Let's kick into the chat.
But and I'd like to
You
know
know?
what our viewers would say is the quality of competition in the EPL deteriorating, or maybe it's just the quality of football deteriorating, but not necessarily the competition,
Yeah.
or the quality of players is
players.
deteriorating. Let us know. We'd like to
Indeed.
know your thoughts too.
Let us know, guys. Like and
Yes.
subscribe.
Out.